It had helped her tap into a new part of herself and expand her power in unexpected ways. She wondered if there was even more for her to discover. It was strange. When the voice had first called to her, Elsa had tried to ignore it. She didn't understand. Why can no one else hear it? She'd thought. Is it possible that it is coming from someone magical like me? None of the explanations she came up with made sense. So Elsa tried to convince herself that she imagined hearing it, or that the voice was just inside her head. But it had continued calling to her at unexpected moments, begging her to find it. Earlier that night, the voice had awakened Elsa from her sleep. It had taken her a moment to clear the dreams from her head, but once she had, she sat straight up. Anna was sleeping soundly next to her, so Elsa had been careful as she sneaked out of the room. The voice continued. She followed it down the deserted hallways of the castle and out a back door. It seemed to only grow louder and clearer as her feet touched the ground beyond the village. Unable to stay silent any longer, Elsa used her powerful voice and answered. She sang a single, pure note, and something inside her shifted. She felt a connection to the voice that she had never felt before. Tentatively, Elsa reached out with her magic. Incredible things sprang from her fingertips. She created an entire life-sized forest from snow. The deeper into the forest she wandered, the more amazed she became. With every move of her hand and every turn of her wrist, something new appeared. A swirling wind, a salamander, a water horse, and giant creatures throwing boulders. Elsa's feet quickened as she followed the creatures that had sprung from her magic. She wanted to memorize what they looked like. She also wanted to follow them. She wanted to know where they were going. The deeper she went into the forest of ice, the louder and more urgent the voice got. Elsa knew something was about to happen. But she had gone as far as she could. The deep waters of the fjord stood before her and kept her from reaching the voice. Elsa refocused her magic and created a wedge of ice on which she could move out over the fjord. She continued until something told her she had gone far enough. As the voice began to fade, Elsa reached out for it, trying to bring it back. She stood looking up at the sky, her arms at her sides, and released all her energy into the air. This caused a shock wave to blast across the fjord and turn the air's moisture into ice crystals. The crystals spread out as far as she could see, hovering in place like frozen raindrops. She couldn't hold back a smile when she realized the crystals were the result of her magical power. Elsa noticed something special about the crystals. Each one was etched with a symbol she recognized. The symbols represented the spirits of nature: air, fire, water, and earth. Without warning, a flash of light exploded into the sky from the north. Elsa knew the brilliance was too widespread to have been lightning, and there had been no accompanying thunder. She wondered if the light was a response to her blast of power. As the light in the north faded, the ice crystals cascaded from the sky, falling in waves like dominoes. And as they dropped to the ground, Arendelle transformed. Water stopped flowing in the fountains, animal troughs dried up, and the kingdom went dark as the fire vanished from all the lanterns. The wind whipped angrily through windows and around corners, and the ground rippled like the sea. Those two things combined pushed everyone out of their homes, out of the kingdom, and up to the safety and stability of the cliffs. Kristoff's voice brought Elsa's attention back to the present. They had reached the farm. "The wagon's in the back, behind the house," Kristoff said. "Farmer Anders said we could also borrow any supplies we need from the barn. Why don't you two look in there, while we go get the wagon ready?" The girls nodded. "Oh, and see if you can find some carrots." Then he led Sven, with Olaf still riding on his antlers, toward the back of the farm. Anna and Elsa entered the barn and looked around.